Hello, everyone, and welcome to T and D&D, where we're going to be talking about some fun stuff without Laura. We've got rid of her again. We just don't like her
Just
here on the Magical Tea Party channel. We have
yeah.
a replacement.
Who?
I don't know. It's this bloke called Ryan. I don't really like
Uh,
him, but he's coming.
no, I don't think anyone really does. He just turns up to the sessions. So,
Yeah, I guess we put up with him. It's Ryan!
hello.
I said this when James was on. Those extremely devoted fans, or one of you, might recognize him from Out of
Might
the Abyss when
recognise
we
me as
tried that.
Benmus as well. He's been talked about a few times.
Yeah, you're my main example guy for all the good
Yeah,
and bad reasons.
that's me. Good and bad.
Just the best, let's be real.
I'll say a strong above average.
We'll go with that. We're here today because Ryan is, and so am I, we're both those people who have like at least 100 characters in reserve.
Yeah, anything that can be made, it has been done.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about character creation today and I suppose how to do it, but we're also, knowing us, just going to do about 50 different anecdotes of random shit that we've came up with over the few years that we've been playing this game.
Yeah, that sounds about right for this channel.
Yeah, if you watch
the channel.
the player death one, me and James over the course of 35 minutes maybe gave 2 pieces of advice. So, we'll try and keep on track.
Yes.
Oh boy.
On track. This is the way.
So so first off, I just want both of us to say what our favorite characters that we've ever made are and why. So, Ryan, what's your favorite character you've ever made?
Well, my favourite character so far has been my Goliath Ranger, who sort of dumped a little bit Dex and intelligence and charisma.
Yeah.
He's only level 2 at the minute, playing him in Icewind Dale, but he is so fun to play as. He doesn't really speak common.
Oh, it's great. You have a quote-unquote interpreter in Rich's character. It's great.
Yeah, just a little thing I put in there to help roleplay and stuff.
Yeah. So why do you think he's your favorite to play?
Oh, because he's just fun. He has like a pet owl bear, and the charisma dump and intelligence dump just make him more fun for me to play. I can be more relaxed instead of trying to be the smarty pants or whatever. I can just be the big dum dum.
Yeah.
And that is quite fun.
Like how
I've never-
Benmus has very high mental stats all around. Kind
yeah,
of relaxing to play a dumb guy.
it's not as taxing.
Definitely.
You can just ease into the session. You haven't really got to say anything too important because that wouldn't be in character.
I mean, we might get there eventually.
Oh yeah, he might have a sudden turnaround and get like 18 intelligence. Get one of them circlets.
Headbands of intellect.
Yeah, that would be that would be fucking ridiculous for us.
That would be amazing. I'd love that. So when you were making him, what was going through your mind? What were you coming up with the idea for, etc.?
Well, the classic barbarian trope was the idea I had in mind, seeing as he's a Goliath from a tribe and all that shit. But yeah, I didn't really want to make a barbarian. I wanted to make something a bit weirder, so I went with a strength-based ranger.
You don't see those too often, which is kind of sad.
No, has a great axe, no bow and arrows or dual wielding, because that's for nerds.
Yeah. I made a Horizon Walk video recently where I talked about the Ranger a little bit and addressed all of the immense criticism it gets, which all of it is bullshit because Ozfa has been very much helpful in Icewind Dale as a Ranger so far, in and out of combat.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, yeah, rangers are very situational in a campaign like Icewind Dale, where it's all there's like 2 terrains maybe. They're very
just
good.
one. You're always going to be in your favorite terrain.
It's either Arctic or probably mountains at a push.
Yeah, maybe mountains at a push. Yeah, we'll get there. But like I said in that Ranger video, the only criticism I have is that it kind of expects you to pick up a bow and start shooting things. That's it.
Yeah, there's a lot of spells for using bow and arrows, but
Yeah,
great axe is way more fun.
I was doing
Very much
a.
flavored like that too, as a barbarian with his hunter's mark
Oh
being
boy.
just a primal scream.
I
That is
asked
a
you at one
verbal
point, like,
component.
yeah, what's the verbal component? And you just go, that. Ah! It's great.
Yeah.
But I was trying to play a Strength Ranger at some point, like a Monster Slayer version 1, and we were using starting equipment. I didn't get like a martial weapon that was really good until level 6, maybe.
Oh god. Oh god, no.
So I had to start just hitting things with short swords as a strength character. Because that's the only melee weapon I could start with that was okay. Oh boy. Uh,
Yeah, that
but
doesn't
for
sound
me, favorite character that I've ever made slash played is probably Xander. Wah, wah, wah.
bad. Oh no, not Xander.
Dude,
He'll
I
always be in
loved
my
him.
memory.
I loved him so much. He was my baby because I hadn't properly tried like a well cultivated evil character with decent motives. So when I was actually playing one and pretending I was a nice guy, blatantly being a bit of a dick, but you know.
Yeah, my character, he gathered that, but he was just in it for the gold he was getting paid. Good old
And then I
Orphan.
melted.
And then you fell in lava.
Yes, which we talked about in the player death video very
Ugh,
extensively.
I
So,
wish I could have saved you, but I wasted a spell earlier on, otherwise I could have got you both.
dude, that was just everyone's collective fault of dwelling over the freaking lava pit. Let's be real. That was just
I wanted
everyone.
to walk around so badly, but you
But there
know,
were like ogres, bro.
yeah. So it's probably a good job we didn't. Otherwise, we probably would have both died.
I could have 1v2'd them.
Yeah, to be
Xander
fair,
could
you
have.
rolled really well in
Xander,
combat.
yeah. I had my action surge. I had 2 of my grit points. You know, I could have killed him.
Yeah, to be fair,
That time.
Orpheus could have, I don't know, done something useful with his +10 to healing. You can
He's got
sketch it up.
great, just constant healing and damage. He's just making the numbers go down and up all the time. That's his thing. It's great.
Yeah, yeah. With my characters, I definitely like to choose classes that are viewed as probably worse than other ones, suboptimal ones,
Oh
like
yeah.
playing a ranger or the alchemist, artificer. But
It's
I'm
still
having
been pretty
fun with them.
clutch.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, definitely. Especially with that alchemical savant trait. Oh my god.
oh my god. +5 to just everything.
Yeah, it's so useful.
When I was making Xander, the process was I went through a lot of things with him. All I knew is I wanted an evil like dude who makes guns, kind of ripping off of Percy a little bit, but from there, like
Yeah, you got
I
to
was,
have your inspiration.
yeah, it was in Shan, so I went a little bit of like mafia mob boss vibe with it, and it slowly cultivated into Xander, who had very complex and interesting motives and philosophies that I liked, like his stance on wanting to live forever. His ultimate quest was to become a vampire,
And then he died.
and then he died 2 sessions in. Uh, and also, he was also very fun to play because he was a fucking beast in combat. Like, oh my
Oh my-
god.
it was absolutely ludicrous, but it was very nice having someone that was very competent in combat.
Yeah, it made sense with his background as a soldier and shit. So, you know, he had a lot of interesting backstory elements as well that I liked. He was part of the Mourning, which is in Eberron in the lore, where a large part of the continent just basically got nuked. It's no one knows how it happened, but it happened, and he was there for it. And that gave him a buttload of scars and changed him a little bit. And he kind of realized that he was a psychopath when he started laughing at people while they were dying. And then, you know,
Yeah, war would do that to people.
yeah,
War
he
sends you
was.
crazy.
I made him with somewhat of an idea in my mind that he's already gone through his character arc and that he's now just trying to live because he learned to just live with his psychopathic stuff and was walking around pretending to be a good guy to satiate his frickin' bloodlust. So that's why that was happening.
Yeah, Orpos didn't really care much about it. He was just all about trying to get money.
I mean,
And
he
the
has it
guy
now.
the guy who was paying him money is now dead. So he needs to go through a new character arc of finding a reason to be there.
Ashana will just give you all her money. It's fine. Once she has enough spell components, it's fine.
Hey, maybe it's just the friends he makes along the way.
That's the journey. That's the adventure.
That's his character arc. Making friends as a weird gnome with a lisp.
I love his freaking voice. He's probably my favorite voice that you've done for a character, just because of how fucking absurd it is.
yeah, I got that. I don't know. I was just sort of driving one day at work and I was just riffing on a few voices, and then I came across this. And I was like, this needs to be used somewhere. And then we were starting a game like 2 days later. I was like, oh god, I don't have a voice for it. And I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll just use that, and it's worked wonders.
Oh, it really has. It's great, and I like how my new character's name you cannot pronounce for the fucking life of you.
yeah, god damn it, having S's in names when I've got a lisp.
Freaking Ash. Of course it is. Ash.
Afana. I can't say Afana. God damn it.
I love that. Okay, let's go through like a bit of a process that perhaps like how do you come up with a character that you want to play? What's the first thing?
The first thing is just having a general idea of what I want him to be, rather than looking at, the classes and the races and being like, oh, will this work? Will this work? I just have a general idea, like with Oscar, I knew I wanted him to be a Goliath because that's the terrain that sort of where he would be from. I had like the backstory essentially set before I chose anything. And then, the Ranger, I was like, you know what? I'm going to make him like a tour guide almost, and that would work with the Ranger. So that's how I ended up there with the Goliath Ranger.
Sweet.
And yeah, Stumpy, Benmus Stumpy Spore Mold. Well, I had to be a hill dwarf because, my father, and I was just like, what cool things could that be doing? So I didn't want him to be a barbarian just like him. So I was like, Bard, College of Lore, telling the tales about his dad from the previous campaign we played. So I have more of a general idea of what I want before I try and be specific with it.
Yeah. And like your backstory as well has managed to pretty well integrate into the first campaign so that I can mess around with some stuff there.
Yeah. I like to be like that. I don't really go heavily in depth with backstory because I'm quite good at just improvising it on the spot.
Yeah. It gets to like the main reason that Mr. Jesus Christ exists is because of your tendency to say Jesus Christ as just a person.
Fun to say in a Scottish accent.
It's just great in a Scottish accent, isn't it?
And yeah, so that became a thing. So I just wrote him into my backstory.
So now Jesus Christ is canon in my world, guys. He's a dwarf bard. And his father is called God.
My worst nemesis, God.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Running jokes, they can be fucking brilliant. Oh yeah, there's many. But yeah, even stupid stuff like that, like improvised backstory, that's a key thing there now. Jesus Christ has turned up for a session.
Yeah.
And then yeet it away.
Just make something up and go with it. You can always add it in.
Yeah. As a DM, whenever my players are like, I don't know about this element in my backstory, DM, can I ask you? Pick it up. It's better that way. Just, I don't know.
Yeah, just absolutely go with anything.
And if I have a massive story and like planned in my head of I want to do an entire 20 session arc of their backstory, and then you say something completely different that changes it, that's great. Do that. I'm more than okay with it, and I imagine most DMs can say the same.
Oh yeah, DMs are very versatile people. They can just edit and move things around, so
yeah, there have been many sessions where I've basically entirely changed everything.
Oh yeah, if you think you're ruining their thing, they can always, like, if you're in a dungeon and you're not exploring every room, they could probably move a few of them rooms to the next dungeon you go to.
Yeah,
So
I've done that before.
Story, I imagine. I've never really DM'd, but I imagine it's the same there. You can use backstory elements and then just put them in and where you need.
Exactly. Okay. My general process for a starting character is a stupid concept. That's where I start. I literally try and go absurd as possible, and it works.
Oh,
An example, a character that I'm playing in a campaign uh, is a Goliath death cleric that dresses up like a gravedigger and has a shovel that is a battle axe, and it's like serrated, and he can deal necrotic damage all around, and like is basically Jason Voorhees. And that was where I started. I started with I want to be Jason Voorhees. So here we are.
yeah, that's also a very cool way to make a character.
I have this brilliant idea, and it's just stupid things that come to my head as well. Like, oh, me as a cleric, I get the spell meld into stone so that this Jason Voorhees character can just walk through a stone wall and appear on the other side like, hello.
Got what an absolute horror to face.
Yeah. Or like mold stone so I can just kick the entire stone wall down. Just
Jesus
either
Christ.
one. Just stupid concepts like that. And then I shaped it from there. I have a bit more of a character for him now. I know his philosophies on death and his religion and his attitude towards the party. But I started with, I want to be Jason Voorhees. And
Yeah,
it's
I think
worked.
that's where everyone should start, essentially. And then you build you don't need to have a character set in stone before you play. They're always malleable. Have a concept
Definitely.
and then build that concept in game.
And when you're thinking of concepts, you don't have to think of something that like, oh, it's going to last 100 sessions. This is a masterful piece of storytelling. What is fun to you? Go with that. And that's
Yeah,
great. That's more than
the
enough.
biggest reason you're playing D&D is to have fun. The biggest
So
reason you're
yeah.
making a character is to have fun with it. So that should always be. If you're not having fun with a character, don't be afraid to probably, either change them or just kill them off, make them
James
leave.
has had that a few times.
Yeah, because sometimes you get to a point where you feel like you've done all you can with the character.
Yeah. There's
And if you
like
get to that point,
arcs.
just talk to your DM about it. Let them
Yeah. I've had
retire,
characters just leave.
die.
It's great. Yeah. James's character, Aerolith, has basically completed his early game character arc, and there's not really anything going on for him right now, and there probably won't be for a while due to the nature of how he wrote his backstory. So Aerolith, after the current mission, is probably going to go on a hiatus and just
Yeah,
work in a shop for a bit.
which is cool because he didn't just say it out of character. It's been like that's been like a little mini arc for him, I guess.
Yeah, he's
Him
like,
coming to terms with the fact that for now he's done adventuring.
yeah, and he's like missing home. He sent a message using the sending spell to his mother last session, missing her and stuff. Cried a little bit, bless him. He misses home. It's adorable.
Yes, the hobgoblin.
Yeah,
Whose
and I
parents are
tried.
elves.
Yeah, has he ever actually told you how that happened, like in
Nope, I have
character?
no idea how that's happened.
Oh, good. Well, basically, here's how it happened. No, I'm not telling you. It's a pretty interesting
I just
thing.
had the notebook out and everything. I was ready to go.
Dang it. Uh, but yeah, I tried to maybe throw an extra little bone in there by like a part of his backstory was he's a super, super frail hobgoblin, which is very like weird, and that never happens. So he picked up from an enemy a belt of stone giant strength, and he's like, "Yes, I can show everyone that I'm the best."
Oh God, is he the best? Until he arm wrestles my mother, apparently.
Yeah, well, he imposed disadvantage on himself, and I rolled good for her, I guess.
Yeah, I can't believe you're on that one.
She's kind of strong though. I think she has like a +2 or 3. Like she don't mess around.
Yeah, she's stronger than Bemis is. He only has a 10 strength as a dwarf.
I feel like you were just waiting for some item like that to come up so that you could yoink it and be efficient with the whelm, the weapon that you want.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind not having it until I get one because I don't need it.
Yeah,
I can rely on spells and making fun of people, as bards should.
yeah, definitely. Vicious mockery gets tiring after a while, but it's kind of nice to watch you. You do something useful every time, which is pretty fun.
Yeah, planning turns is very useful, I think. Like
How to
have
be a good
like
player.
2 options. Yeah. Give yourself 2 options. You've got, everyone else's turn to think of it. Don't wait until your turn before you start.
Oh yeah, James. Nah, it's fine. I don't mind. He's cool. He makes it more interesting. Like when
Yeah,
he's
'cause-
waiting, he's trying to figure out what he's doing. He's like, do I do this? No, maybe that. Yeah, he's talking us
yeah.
through
I give myself 3 options. I have a fallback option, which is essentially just vicious mockery and run.
it.
And then I give myself 2 other options, whereas I feel like he probably gives himself about 30 options, and then has
Yeah.
a crisis when it's his turn, which is funny as hell.
But now he has the reliable option of swing a greatsword.
As a wizard, yes.
God, that's so satisfying.
He's such a cool wizard. There's not even
He
blade
really
singing
is.
either, so it's just even funnier. It's just the
Yeah,
strangest of concepts, but it's just so good.
that was probably the. So, an example for the character creation, James's initial process with Aerolith was, I want to be a businessman in Waterdeep. And then he went from there, expanded it, decided he wanted to be, at some point, a very swole, powerful, I could beat your ass wizard.
And he definitely is now.
Oh,
He's
definitely. After
definitely
getting that.
he is definitely a big Chad wizard.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. He's cut like a JoJo character, and it's great now.
Oh no, you said that. He's just he's gonna have muscles upon muscles, the most defined chin and jawline.
He's
Oh,
like average heighted as well, which is funny. Oh boy, what a lad. So like with Valdor, the proportions make sense. He's 20 strength, but he's 9 foot tall, so it kind of evens out, and he probably looks like he has a normal physique. Aerolith be freaking. It's
wide.
interesting. Oh
He's just
boy.
absolute mass.
um, when you are making a character and you've got the idea and you've got the class and the race and their backstory, generally I like to think about how I want to play them and what cool stuff I want to do. So, for instance, Ashana, my karate cleric, as I have dubbed her, is running around acting like a monk but shooting guiding bolts and spiritual guardians and spirit weapons and like sacred flames like a kung fu
Oh yeah,
master.
flavor's a huge part of how you play your character as well. Like you could
Oh
be a
yeah,
cleric, but you could also have done a monk for that. But cleric is definitely way cooler,
oh yeah. I am
especially
also
the way
doing
you play
monk.
it now. Yeah, you're also now going into monk, but
Yeah, just because I don't know, it's cool. I want to be able to punch things efficiently without having to sacred flame
flame.
them instead.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
monks are fun as hell. I really
Oh yeah.
enjoyed playing my monk, even though that was the character from the one we started in the game store.
Yeah, there wasn't really
No,
much backstory
no
there.
backstory. I don't think I still don't have a backstory for him. I've just sort of made everything up on the spot when we'd started doing more in-depth sessions because I didn't really expect him to last that long.
Oh yeah, definitely. When you go into a game store campaign, you're expecting maybe 2 or 3 sessions, and then something's gonna happen.
Yeah, so I didn't really go in. And it was a pre-generated character as well when I first started because
How
we
do you mean?
first did the one. Well, when I first went in, we had a load of pre-generated character sheets.
They did?
That was yeah, that was when you played your. Well, it was a week before you came with your Warlock Goliath, I believe.
Oh, you were playing a
Yeah,
pre-generated. I can't even remember who you were
yeah.
playing.
It was Voka, but he wasn't aware of the Kensei. He was just open hand. It was like
Oh,
pre-generated, and then I liked the monk so much I just stuck with it. So I edited him a bit for the second campaign, which is one you DM'd.
yeah. And it's kind of neat because now that character's backstory has been shaped because they were like the equivalent of a teenage boy in
Yeah, they were like
campaign
18
one.
to 20 roughly, like development years for an elf, which is why he was so weird. And he acted like he was like the leader of the team, even though he couldn't make a fucking good decision to save his life.
Out of character, you were actually the leader, and that's just been kind of a role that you adopt with our group. Thank God.
Yeah, Benmus is sort of the charismatic one, so even though Aerolith does a really good job, even though I don't believe he's as charismatic, but he's way smarter, so he can come with better, well, in his head, better plans. So we sort of share the role.
James's plans when he's not in combat are bloody brilliant. I'll give him that.
Yeah,
But
that's that big 19 to 20 strength, intelligence that he has.
oh yeah, definitely. Oh boy. But yeah. What was I gonna say? I forgot. I was gonna say something and then it left. I am a professional podcaster.
As are we all, deep down, secretly. Oh, you're saying something about Voka's backstory, I believe.
We're all the best at this.
About
Oh yeah. Voka's backstory is kind of adapted because now we're running a second campaign in the same world that I have now built on. When I was running it in the game store, I was just like, let's just give him a city. And that was it.
Whole ass world.
Yes, very much. And he did the thing, he did the quest, he got one of those 3 legendary sentient weapons as a reward, and is now just chilling on the coast in ships,
on the high
spreading the word.
Yeah.
Of what god? We never decided.
Hold on, I still got the character sheet just in case.
Oh, nice. He might tag along at some point, so
I don't think he'll be tagging along. Oh my god, he's got
not tag along, but like he might appear.
Yeah, I forgot. Oh, Wave is so cool.
It really is.
Oh god, his stats are so high.
Is it nice to just look at a level 15 character and be like,
oh
I
god,
missed this?
Nowhere near this.
Yeah, dude, it's been 19 sessions. Let me check.
Yeah, I don't think we decided on a god because I got Wave sort
of sessions
the last session, so I never really got to play with Wave, but now you can play with him with Wave.
The sad thing is that during that encounter, the whole like you were hearing sea shanties in your head and stuff was a clue that if you picked up Wave, that was automatic attunement.
Yeah, I couldn't get to Wave though. I was too busy trying to not let the bad guy get away because he kept bamfing from one side of the fucking room to the other, and I was the only one with enough speed to keep getting there.
You were also like an adult bronze dragon for like 5 rounds of initiative. So
yeah, that was so cool. The second time I was a bronze dragon.
Oh boy!
The first time was a bit strange because I was fighting something that was immune to lightning damage, but
yeah, you couldn't use your breath weapon.
Oh, you bet your ass I made use of it the second time.
Oh Jesus! Like 90 thunder damage to Big Bad Evil Guy in like 1 action. It's great. I never used a legendary resistance for him in that entire combat because no one ever did something. Actually, I did one when Narnik tried to curse him.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, no one ever, because we all thought his stats were so high. We thought, it's just going to save against everything because it was attuned to so much shit.
No, he was attuned to. He had 2 magic items. That was it. He had a magical robe that made his AC 15 plus the spellcasting ability modifier, which is why his AC was 22, I think.
Yeah, it was pretty high. But it was a good fight.
Oh yeah. The intelligence, wisdom, and charisma are all top notch. The strength was the weakness. You should have gone for that, and Nanik did. Made him do a strength saving throw, and I was like, "Oh god, oh shit!"
No,
and then he got like a 7.
One weakness.
Yeah. I suppose character creation can kind of extend to DMs as well. So let's talk a little bit about that. You don't have as much expertise on that subject, but I can talk to you about it, I suppose.
Yes, and I will listen. I am all ears.
When I make bad guys, it's generally just, again, a cool concept. I thought when I was making Dracos, he's been brought up once or twice. I don't know. I'm gonna look in the monster manual. Oh, there's a lich. They're pretty powerful. I'll use that. And then that was where it built off from there. I came up with a bit of a backstory, who he was, what he was doing, etc.
Exactly. And that's what made him so cool. Because he wasn't just bad guy Lich. He had like his own personal goals and his backstory, and he had people that were working under him that we had to take out first. And it was a really cool concept on how he did that.
He I suppose I can just reveal some of the backstory of him now because I don't know, he's probably never going to come up properly again. He might appear once and be like, ha ha ha, I'm back, and then die. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do with him, but all I know is that one of his disciples is still alive. Woo!
Yes, we failed. We failed there on one front. It was the one that was the worst as well. We just sort of
It
left
was-
it till the end, and we just never went with it.
she was a cowardly trickery cleric.
Yeah, so we just sort of assumed she wasn't that powerful. We killed all of his like big powerful guys and just sort of let her go.
She casted the 8th level spell Illusionary Dragon in that ballroom. That was what that was.
Oh, that was like when we were like, what, 4th level?
4th or 5th, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was coming up with him and I worked a little bit more on his backstory, I thought, why is he doing these things? And the main reason was he was going on a big old undead conquest of the world. In the lore of my world, there was a goddess called Talona who actually exists in some D&D lore. Goddess of like disease and death and definitely necromancy, who in my world basically lost every single follower and got shunned into non-existence. And Dracula's was like, nah, I ain't having none of that. And then decided to bring back the holy word.
So what you're trying to say is Dracula's was just a huge simp.
Oh, he was. There was some really dark element to it as well. I think his mother had died and he was a wizard, so he didn't exactly have the capabilities to get her back. So he was offered by Talona the other alternative, which is she is zombie now. So his undead mother might be somewhere.
Oh god. Oh no.
Her undead mother might have been the Bone Claw.
Oh, fucking Bone Claw.
Yeah,
What a
that Bone
cool-
Claw died.
Yeah. It's sort of like a recurring bad guy, but like sort of like an underling. That was pretty cool as well to have to do. Like every time he turned up in a fight, everyone was just like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!"
He had like liches come back after 1d10 days of dying. Bone Claws come back after 1d10 hours next to their lich master, and Drykles was just kind of like teleporting him in and out of places.
Yeah, it was cool every time we got to fight him, especially because it was sort of like it was almost like a milestone. Every time we fought him, we were just like more powerful each time, and we got to like sort of like test ourselves against him. Like the first time we did it, we had to run away. Everyone was dying. It was a bloodbath.
Yeah.
And then it just progressively got to minor inconvenience, and it was cool to see like the power disparity of how far we'd gone.
Oh yeah, there was the first encounter you had with it was literally just a Bone Claw and about 5 zombies distracting you.
Yeah, I was taken away by zombies, and I just had to kill all of them.
Yeah, and
then our paladin ran away.
Oh boy! Turns out couldn't have casted Fine Steed. It has a minute casting time.
Yeah. God fucking damn it.
I read up on the rules more so that now Valdor can properly have a massive horse.
A big, like, 40-hand horse.
Oh yeah, I bet he's really just itching to get into combat while riding that horse.
Oh, for sure. He's got to be.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we can take some levels in Cavalier.
Oh, Cavalier Fighter. Maybe. Nah, he's Paladin rewards sticking with it, so I definitely recommend for him sticking with it. Especially due to what I have planned for him, a magic item or two, perhaps.
Oh, homebrew magic items are just so cool as well.
I've been working on a lot of homebrew, actually, which I might talk about at the end of the episode. I don't know.
You could just have like a whole new episode about homebrew stuff. That'd be cool.
We actually have. It's a 45-minute one that is uploading, I think, tomorrow. I can't remember. I think it's tomorrow. Yeah, me and Laura talked about what sort of interesting magic items we want to give you guys and her and stuff. Like, we basically just brainstormed for half an hour with some cool shit. So stay tuned for that, guys. Wait, you've already seen it because this one comes out a week after. Go listen to it.
Go back and watch it if you haven't already.
If you have, do it
what you should
again.
be doing. Yeah, just watch it just like 5 times.
Yeah,
Help the algorithm.
loop it forever.
That's it. We just need views. All the views.
Yeah, we've actually been doing crazy good. We I think we made an announcement. I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago that we
about
we hit 100
subscribers.
subs, and now we're at 100 and almost 20.
It sounded so. Oh yeah, it sounded weird at the start where I was like, "Oh, what's going on here?" And then yeah, you definitely have been the first half.
I really tried to bait everyone by even suggesting that me and Laura were having relationship problems.
Yeah, that's what really got me. I was like, what? Why would you be saying all these things? And I was like, oh yeah, you sneaky son of a gun.
The reason there was a cut was because I just started laughing after like did all of it. I just burst out into laughter for like half a minute and then looked up and I'm like, Laura, cut that. And she's like, nope, I'm keeping it all. And then she watched it and she was like, yeah, maybe I'll cut it.
Just a minute and a half, you're just pissing yourself at you're just imagining us all being terrified at losing this channel.
Yeah, definitely. Just all conveniently at 100 subs as well. Oh boy, we rambled for a while. I knew it was going to happen. Oh well.
That's just the nature of these podcasts. They could be 20 minutes. They could be 7 hours long. Who knows?
Yeah. Oh boy.
Maybe you can do like a big super duper one with like James, me, you, Laura. Get everyone involved.
Laura did actually say that as well.
Oh, that'd be long. You'd have to do like part 1 and part 2.
Maybe not. Who knows? I don't know. It depends what we'd want to talk about. It depends what the subject is. Like, if the subject is let's just ramble, holy shit.
You part could just 8. Do the whole grind my gears thing.
Oh,
what annoys us about this, or what other people do with it.
I could certainly make an entire episode just criticizing all of my parties. Sure.
Please do. I want to be criticized. I need to learn and adapt to be the best version of me.
Oh boy. Nah, it's not going to be constructive criticism. It's just going to be, fuck you, you're an idiot. Stop doing it now. That's just all it's going to be.
Yeah, that's the same thing. Sweet. That is my constructive criticism.
Just screw you, Ryan. You're wrong.
Yeah, everything about you is wrong. Why are you doing this? Stop now.
Why do you even play D&D? You're just awful. How dare you?
Just the worst. I can't believe it. You know what? Just quit now.
And on that brilliant note, on that note, thank you for listening, folks.
Yeah, thanks for listening to us ramble.
Yeah, I've been working on a lot of homebrew recently because I have free time and I want to use it. So I might release it at some point, maybe in a video form. Maybe you should join the Discord to check for an announcement for when that's coming out. Ooh, I'm good at these things now. I've been doing it for a while.
Maybe put a link in the description if it isn't already.
Oh, maybe, yeah, perhaps. You could do that. Yeah, that's a possibility. I'm still not good at this YouTube thing. I don't know how it works.
I'm sure Laura will figure it out. She's the brains.
Oh yeah, and I'm the
talk.
I talk. Yes, I'm the face. So, yeah, the main reason I think Laura hasn't just done this already is because I don't think she likes looking at herself editing. I wouldn't either.
You just put a few of her, just like her reactions to some of the things we say in this.
Definitely. Laura's gotta. Laura, you've got to chip in occasionally. Just cut us talking.
Just show
just do at the end bloopers. Well, this is actually just audio from Ryan, so get it right.
All of me is just a blooper. That's how I play.
Yeah.
It's how I talk.
And it works somehow.
High
Oh,
charisma,
boy.
low wisdom, intelligence.
That is the best stat array. That's what I've got as well. It's great. Secretly, I'm improving everything, but it's okay because I'm decent at hiding that I'm improving everything.
Oh yeah, get good at improv. That is a big suggestion. Just never be afraid to improv. Last word of
Oh, boy.
advice.
I've been doing improv like 60 now, so I was kind of very well suited to just play D&D in general, I think, or role-playing games, because I'm really good at just making up anything on the spot. It's great.
Yeah, yeah. I've just got a big imagination, and I just go off on these weird tangents in my mind. Hence the Jesus Christ thing, and just you know.
Oh boy, that's great. All right, thank you guys for listening to T and D&D, where we are very sophisticated people who talk about very constructive subjects.
Yes, that.
Please subscribe, like, comment, go follow, add Instagram. Yeah. But yeah, cheers for listening, and we'll hopefully catch you in the next one. Au revoir.
Bye.